This is the first of our spring sessions, so most of us around about now are feeling maybe heavy or dull or uninspired, unenthusiastic. That starts to change about now as we start to transition into spring, as we start to feel the pulse of the energy rising from the earth again. I've planned this session for practice on the new moon day. Doesn't matter if you don't do it on new moon day. It's a nice practice any time as you come into spring, but on the new moon it's going to feel more potent. So if you can manage to do this on the new moon, that would be great. The new moon also symbolizes new beginning, new lunar cycle. So all of that combined, coming into spring, new beginning, new moon, again, new beginning. It all comes together to help us to feel again vibrant and inspired. So we're going to start sitting, and we're going to take a few moments here just to arrive and to find ourselves in our practice. So your hands can be on your thighs, or they can be in front of your heart or on your body, so you feel your breath wherever you're comfortable. And we just take the first few conscious breaths of this practice together. Long inhale. And a long exhale. Now, new moon energy really relates to the tail end of your exhalation. So as you reach the end of your exhale, really feel that you're putting down your roots, that you're reaching down, you're tapping into that rising earth energy. You feel the pulse of energy as you exhale. You feel that you breathe down through your tail, into the heaviest part of your seat, so into your sit bones and your pelvis. And you elongate your breath in both directions, so that inhalation, expansive, and the exhalation, it's rooting and grounding. And we feel a real connection to those qualities at the moment, especially if we're practicing at the time of the new moon. This new moon in March, at the beginning of spring, is called the worm moon, and it symbolises that time of year that the earth is beginning to warm and the earthworms are beginning to stir. So just one more breath here, long inhale. And send the exhalation all the way down into your base, your roots, into the ground. And then with your next inhalation, you can take the arms out and all the way up. So with a big inhale, we reach up, palms touch above the head, and as you exhale, you feel again the energy descending all the way down and into your base and into your roots. Nice long exhale there, and then you inhale again, you come out and up. You exhale. Just beginning to move our energy, so inhale again. And exhale down. Inhale up. And this time right wrist and left hand, and as you exhale, it's like a little crescent shape. So keep your right sit bone rooting, you go over to your left, you feel your right side open, you take a breath here. And then inhale, you come back up. You change hands, so right hand clasps left wrist and you go over to your right, left sit bone stays anchored. You open your left side. You come up on your inhale. And then take a twist around to your right as you exhale. So right hand comes behind your sacrum, left hand comes over onto your right knee, roll your right shoulder back, lengthen your right collarbone, then your spine, open your heart. If you need to release your neck, you turn your head from side to side, you're looking over your right shoulder, breathe here. The exhalation, still taking your energy down into the base of your posture, so we feel rooted and grounded, we feel this connection to earth. On your inhale, you can come all the way up and lengthen. And on the exhale, just take the twist the other way, so you're going around to your left, your hand is behind your sacrum. You roll your left shoulder back, lift and open your heart. If you need to release your neck, you can turn your head from side to side. Exhale down and try and feel that you're still anchoring into both sit bones. You're reaching down through your roots. On your inhale, you come out and up. Lengthen through both sides of your body, and as you exhale, you bring your hands down and in front of your heart. You take a moment here to set your intentions. So you might be intending to wake up your energy to become more enlivened or more vibrant, more enthusiastic. You can connect your head to your heart. Maybe take a little bow forward. And when you're ready, you can transition over and onto your hands and knees, so you come into tabletop pose. And just take a moment here, spread out your fingers, turn your toes under, feel the roots of your posture, and again connect through your exhalation to your foundation, like you're putting down the roots of your fingertips, roots of your toes. And as you exhale, you take your exhale all the way to completion, and you should feel at the end of your exhale your abdomen just firming towards your spine, so you feel your front supporting your back. When you're ready, on your next exhale, you round your back and you press the ground, and you feel the rebound energy as you flex your spine. You open your lower back, middle back, upper back, you release your head down. You move in the other direction, you extend the spine, so you're drawing your heart forward opening your belly space, widening your collarbones, opening your chest. And just feel there how the energy enlivens as soon as you extend your spine, as soon as you open your belly and your heart. Take a breath. And then one more time, so you flex your spine. You feel the rebound energy from the ground as you press into your toes, your hands. You bow your head down, so like a cat, just stretching after sleep, flexing your spine. Breathing into your back, and then when you feel ready, moving in the other direction and opening your heart and your belly space. In your own time, you sit back into Child's, and remember to lengthen in both directions as you come into this. So feel that you reach forward and you put down your fingertips. You put down the roots there and you hold on slightly as you reach your sit bones back. So you feel the elongation all the way through. You rest your forehead on the floor and you breathe here. You can soften your elbows down when you feel ready. And again, you're feeling connection to earth energy. Start to notice the way the energy is beginning to come alive now as we enter into springtime. And over the next few sessions, gradually will become a little more dynamic. Start to wake up and let go of that heavy feeling. From here, when you're ready, you're coming up into the modification of Ardha Chandrasana. So you're coming back up onto your hands and knees. And you want to come over and onto your left hand, your left knee. And you take your right leg out and your right arm up. So you find here lengthening all the way through your right leg. You open your belly space, your heart space, you lengthen your spine. You really keep this leg nice and strong, and then you take the arm up here. This is modification of Ardha Chandrasana, so it's half moon pose. So lots of crescents and moon type postures in our practice. There's one more breath. When you're ready, you come down and just reach yourself back and into your child's pose again. So you sit down and back. Remember, hold on, lengthen. Maybe rock a little side to side. Tease out some space in your lower back and breathe. And then when you're ready, other side, Ardha Chandrasana. So when you're coming onto your right hand, your right knee, it's the left leg that reaches back. And you need to look for that length. So you press back as if you're pressing your foot into a wall here, your left foot into a wall. So this leg is nice and firm, should be parallel to the floor. Open your belly space, your heart space. Feel that you lengthen. Take your left arm up. And keep your breath clear. Long, steady inhale. Long, steady exhale. You're coming down when you're ready, nice and slow. Back into child's pose. So you sit back, reach forward, plant your fingertips. You can sigh away your exhales. Maybe some big sighs help us to let go of those heavy or dull feelings. And in your own time, you come up onto your hands and knees, and we're thinking about our first downward facing dog. Now, this wants to rise from the ground. So again, you plug in, you put down your roots, and you feel the energy rebound. You feel the energy ascend as you press your hands and your toes, and you come slowly up and into downward dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana.
Long breath. We're going to come up onto the toes, so we start to wake up the feet, the foundation of all of our standing postures. So you come right up onto your toe roots, but maybe bend your knees here and just feel the flex in your toes. Draw your belly back towards your spine. It's like a dog squat. And then back up onto your toes, heels nice and high, sit bones lift towards the ceiling, and then keep your sit bones high, but exhale down through your heels so you feel the backs of your legs open. If you can, as you plant your heels down, draw your toes up. So you really wake up your feet, and then do that same thing again. You can inhale up onto your toes, exhale as you dog squat. Inhale back up onto your toes, lift your sit bones high. And then exhale, reach down through your heels. Feel the backs of the legs open. Hamstrings are yawning. You draw your toes up if you can. And when you're ready, slow, small steps. Walk your feet forward towards your hands. So you're coming towards Uttanasana. So your feet arrive close to your wrists, about hip distance apart. You lift your heart here, open your frontal space. And then when you feel that you're ready, you release down and into Uttanasana. Now just let the head go. Give the head a bit of a nod. So you release your neck. And feel all four corners of your feet. You might shift the weight a bit side to side. So you plug in at your big toe root, your baby toe root, inner and outer heel. Maybe loosen your neck another side if you need to. Your fingertips are going to come a small way, just maybe 6-8 inches in front of your toes. And we're going to come up onto the toes. So again, you're waking up your feet. You lift your heels. And then you bend your knees and you come into a squat here. So you stay on your toes, your ribs on your thighs, kind of partial squat. And then you inhale, lift your sit bones again. Keep your sit bones high, but drop down through your heels slowly. So you feel an opposition of energy opening the backs of your legs. If you rock yourself back a little bit onto your heels, so you take your sit bones slightly behind your heels, you'll feel more opening, awakening in the backs of your legs. And then do the same again, so up onto your toe roots. Bend your knees, partial squat. Back up again. Lift your sit bones, drop your head. Lift your heels as high as you can, lift your sit bones as high as you can, and then when you're ready, reach down through your heels, feel the backs of the legs open. You might shift the weight again side to side. Really feel that you're imprinting your feet in your yoga mat, that you're really bedding down into all four corners. You might shake your head out, shrug your shoulders, maybe sigh the breath away again. When you're ready, you press your feet. Now press all four corners. Keep the knees soft so you're not locking your joints. You're not blocking the flow of energy. And when you're ready, just start to restack your spine. So you feel when you press into your feet how the energy ascends through your shins, your femurs, your thighs, how your femurs install in your hips, your pelvis, and your spine. Restacks as you come all the way up to stand. Shift the weight again and feel your feet. Bring your hands in front of your heart and refresh your intentions to enliven. Good. And then when you're ready, you come up and on an inhale, arms all the way up. Your exhale, you fall forward and release. On the inhale, the heart comes forward, so you open your frontal space. And then as you exhale, your right leg steps back, you're coming into a lunge. Now you can take your time here. Inhale and reach back through your heels, you reach forward through your heart, so you lengthen, make space. When you feel ready, you slowly exhale and feel that you open the front of your right thigh as you sink down into your lunge. And take a breath or two here. Now you can come up into a crescent lunge. So in honor of our moon, we come up and we make crescent shapes. So you can keep your left hand on your left thigh and just take your right arm up if you like. You're lifting and lengthening, but you're drawing your right thumb back. So we slightly arch into crescent shape. Make sure you're not stressing your neck. And when you're ready, you come down, plant your hands, and we're stepping straight back into plank. So we feel our strength here in plank pose. You hover and stay for an inhale. And when you're ready, you lower, slowly exhale. You might take a moment here to lengthen. So you reach your legs back. You maybe rock your hips. Exhale, connect to earth again. That's really important at the moment, that we're feeling rooted and grounded. When you're ready, you're coming into cobra, so keep it nice and easy. You lift your heart, reach your legs back, be sure that you're not forcing your back. You come up, and then when you're ready, slowly down. We come back into downward facing. So onto your knees. Make sure you're working with your hands and your toes, so you spread out your fingers. You come up into your downward dog. Good, okay, your right leg will rise here. So very, very slowly split dog. Take all the way up. And in your own time, you can thread that through and come into lunge, right foot forward. So you hug in, feel your power center as you step the foot through and forward. And take a moment to lengthen your lunge. So square your right hip back, bring your heart forward, reach back through your heel. When you're ready, you lower your left knee. You take a moment here, and you know you can stay here. So if you're looking for a light or a slightly easier practice, you stay here. If you want to come into that crescent shape again, you press into your feet. You need to be reaching down through the tail as you come up, so you're not putting pressure on your lower back. Tail reaches down. You feel the front of your left hip open. You lift your ribs and your heart. If you want to bring up your left arm, you can. You're drawing the thumb back. Nice clear breath. When you're ready, slowly down. We want to step into the right foot here. So sometimes we just need to bring the foot back so it's a bit more underneath us, so that we can smoothly shift the weight on to the right foot, step the left foot forward, lift the heart. Exhale as you fold. Lovely. When you're ready, again, you press into your feet, restack your spine. You feel, most importantly, that the energy is rising through your feet and your legs, all the way up into the crown of your head. So leading with your left leg, you inhale, come up. Exhale, fall forward. And lift your heart and head, frontal space. Exhale, left leg back. Finding your lunge, so square your right hip back. Lower your left knee. So we've been here before now on both sides, both lunges. So maybe we feel that we can open slightly more deeply into the front of that thigh. If you want to come up, you can. Remember, the tail draws down, so as you exhale, take the tail down as if you're trying to reach your tail down and into the earth. You lift your ribs and your chest. Left arm comes up. When you're ready, slowly down. You plant your hands and you find your way back into that plank. So you step your right leg back, stack your shoulders over your wrists and hover. You just feel your strength here. We need reminding sometimes that we're strong. You come slowly down into prone. Legs reach back and lengthen. Hands alongside your chest, and when you're ready, nice easy cobra. Lift and open your heart. Slowly down. Transition into dog. Split dog when you're ready. So the left leg this time ascending, nice and slow. Nice smooth movement. Striding through and into your lunge when you're ready. So your left foot comes forward all the way between your hands. You square your left hip back. From your heart forward, you reach your right heel back. You lower your right knee when you're ready. So typically we may feel stiffer around the new moon time, certainly coming towards the end of winter we might feel stiff. So we're really going to feel over the next few weeks that we want to warm things up and mobilize. If you want to come up, come slowly. So you root down foundation, you draw the tail down, really anchor the base of the pose so that you can rise. Right arm coming up, right thumb drawing back. And when you're ready, slowly down. I'm going to stand on the left foot. Remember, we want the transition to be nice and smooth, so you float forward your right foot, lift the heart, lengthen. Exhale as you fold. Energy ascends slowly, so root all four corners of your feet. Make sure you're not locking your knees. Energy rises. Restack the spine. Head comes up last. We stand in Tadasana again. Take a moment to breathe. We're going to take a sky mountain pose here. So again, we're waking up the feet, the foundation, connection and communication with the earth. You rise onto your toes. You see if you can stabilize here just for a moment. Perfect. You lower your heels. Spread out your feet and close your eyes. Now do this without cheating. You're turning 90 degrees. Doesn't matter which way. I'm going to go to my left. So 90 degrees with your eyes closed. You feel the feet. You come around. You keep the eyes closed. You feel your alignment. You can shift the weight side to side.
When you feel that you're standing square towards the long edge of your yoga mat, you open your eyes again. And you have a look down, you look at your feet, and you notice if one is in front of the other, if one is turned out to the side, if there's any misalignment. You just make a note of that, you correct it. Take a breath. And then with eyes open, we toe raise again, so sky mountain pose. You take that abidance there on your toes. You need to draw your tail down, keep your belly firm. You lower your heels. Shift the weight again, let the feet spread out. We have to wake the feet up, we have to open the feet so that we can receive this energy that's beginning to rise as we come into springtime. Now close your eyes again and you're going to turn 90 degrees. So you're turning towards the back of your mat but with your eyes closed. And again, try not to cheat here because this is a really nice experiment. It really helps us to realize and recognize if we have a tendency to misalign the feet. We tend to stand with one turned out or one in front of the other. When you feel that you've settled and aligned, you can open your eyes, check your feet, make any corrections that you need to make. Breathe down into your base. And then keeping the tail nice and long, the belly draws back and you rise onto your toes again, sky mountain. You lower down, open the feet. Close your eyes again. And you turn through 90 degrees. So you're going to go all the way around here, just a little bit at a time. So another 90 degrees, taking you towards the long edge of your mat again. Adjust your feet with your eyes closed until you feel that you're standing square. You open your eyes and check. And you might be noticing a pattern here. You might be noticing that you always have one foot slightly in front or you always have one foot slightly turned out. Take a breath. One more time, you toe raise. Tail drawn down. See if you can stabilize for a second or two. And then lower your heels. Open your feet. Close your eyes and just notice how you're beginning to feel more connected through your feet. With your eyes closed, you turn the last 90 degrees. So you're coming back to face the front edge of your yoga mat. Again, trying not to cheat you. Adjust and fidget as much as you need to until you feel that you're just right. And then again, you open your eyes, you check. Last time, sky mountain pose. So you press your toe roots, keep the tail drawn down. And if this time you feel that you can take the arms up and above your head, so you come all the way. Perfect. You slowly lower. You open your feet. Good. We step back with the right leg. So you're looking for warrior one. So right leg is back. Your hips are square towards the front edge of your yoga mat. Make sure that your stance isn't so long that you can't get your right heel down. So you need to be able to plant your right heel, really plug into your right heel. You draw your tail down, you lift your ribs. So you feel that the lower back is open rather than compressed. Take a breath or two here. Really press down into your feet so you feel again rebound energy coming up through the body. You can take both arms up or you can just take your right arm up here. You feel this opening all the way through from your right heel to your right fingertips. Keep the lower back open so the tail is still reaching down. Nice long breath. And then maybe we can tip this into a flying or a floating warrior pose. So you need to find that connection, that strong connection between your right heel and the base of your skull. And you might keep it here, just an easy diagonal. Or you might take it further so you come more parallel to the floor, more horizontal. Back leg nice and strong. And then see if you can float back and into your Tadasana, your mountain pose. So your transitions are really clear. So other side, you take your left foot back. You might draw your right hip back, square your left side forward, so your pelvis is square to the front edge of your mat. You plug in, root down through your left heel, reach down through your tail. You're lifting your ribs, opening your heart. So each exhale takes us into the left heel, takes us down through the tail. The inhalation is lifting the ribs and opening the heart. You can take your left arm up if you wish. When you're ready, you come down and you might think about tipping into your warrior pose. So you might want to stay again, just this easy version. Remember to fire out through your back leg. So having this leg, this lifted leg, left leg in this case, kind of limp, it doesn't stabilize the posture. You need to make this leg nice and strong, really power back into the heel, pull the femur into the hip so everything's activated, and then shift the weight forward. And just see how it feels. Go only as far as you want to go. So if you can stabilize it again. Nice long breath. And then your transition back again, if you can, is nice and smooth back into Tadasana. Perfect, right leg back again. This time for warrior two. So your pelvis is square towards the long edge of your mat this time. You're opening the front of your pelvis, drawing down your toes, spine should be vertical. So a lot of us will have this tendency in warrior two to get sort of drawn into the front of the posture. Try and bring yourself so your spine is vertical. Anchor down through your tail. Again, as if you're dropping your tail down towards the earth. Your arms extend. You might want to check that back arm, often it goes astray. Perfect. If you can, you're bringing this into Ardha Chandrasana, so it's the moon pose again. Your hand is going to come outside of, diagonally across from your little toe. Shift the weight forward. Try not to launch into it, so don't come into it too quickly. Play a little bit with your weight and your foundation. You want to feel, as you come into the posture, that it rises from the ground. So you press the foot. You feel the energy ascend through this leg. You activate the lifted leg, the right leg. You feel that strength, support through that lifted leg. And then, if you can, you turn your pelvis around the standing leg.
So you turn your pelvis around the head of your left femur. You lengthen your spine. Press back through your right foot. Now you can stay here some way, part way into the posture, or you can take your arm all the way up and see if you can find that full pose. Take one more breath. And then again, see if you can transition really smoothly back to Tadasana. So everything is just on that one foot for a moment as you come back to your mountain pose. So same thing to the other side, your left foot steps back. You find your warrior two. So try and track your right knee over your right foot. Try not to let that knee fall in. Weight even across your right foot. The front of your pelvis is open. Blade or outer edge of your left foot is rooting, and you're trying to keep the inner arch of your left foot lifted, so you're not falling onto the inner arch this way. You're keeping the whole of the foot nice and active. Your arms extend. Notice if you're leaning forward in the pose, and bring your spine to vertical. Drop down through both sit bones. Sometimes just bringing your hands into your hip creases and feeling the evenness in your pelvis can be really helpful. You look out over your front hand. You might check your back arm. Each exhale moves energy down into the foundation of the pose, through your tail, through your feet. If you feel that you can, you shift into your Ardha Chandrasana. So you're going to bring your hand to the floor, and it wants to be slightly outside of your foot, diagonally across from your baby toe is ideal. Use a block if you need to, if you need your hand to be a bit higher. You shift the weight, transition, so you're pressing down into your foot, feeling the way the energy rises. Activate the raised leg. Feel that you lengthen all the way through from your left foot to the crown of your head. Lengthen, lengthen. And then if you can, you open around. It's your right hip that's opening. The pelvis is turning to face the left. And you feel this inner right thigh, inner right leg line opening as you turn your pelvis. Turn your chest if you can, take the arm up. Steady. And when you're ready, see if you can transition smoothly. So everything on the right foot, just for a moment here. You step back for Tadasana, front edge of your mat. And here you stand for a moment. Connection to earth through your feet, aware of your energy rising. And on the brink of a new beginning, a new moon, a new lunar cycle, a new season. You can heel toe your feet a little wider, turn your toes out a few degrees, drop down into Malasana. So if Malasana is difficult for you, if it's not good for your knees, you can choose a seated here. You can come into Sukhasana if you prefer, or use blocks underneath your seat so that your Malasana, your squat, is supported. If your heels don't drop, you can put blocks or books or rolled up yoga mat underneath your heels so that you have some support, so that you can drop your heels down. Unlock your hips, feel the opening across the lower back. Try and lift and open your heart. One more breath. Good, you drop down and onto your seat. The soles of your feet will come together here for Badaknasana. If this posture is difficult for you, you can move your feet further forward of your hips. So the longer your Badaknasana is, the easier this next bow forward will feel. So if you want your feet in close, it will give you more hip opening. If you feel that you are in fact a bit tight around your hips at the moment, move your feet further forward. And we just bow forward. We bow to the earth, bow over our feet. And we take a few breaths here. When you're ready, you can bring yourself slowly up. You can restack your spine. You can take away your support. And slowly lay yourself down on your back. So we start in semi-supine and we might just rock the legs side to side. You can drop your knees over or further if you feel that you need to release your back. You can do that as many times as you need to. You might like to hug your knees in, hold yourself close. And when you're ready, you can bring yourself all the way down and into Shavasana. Now, if you need to keep your knees bent, that's okay. Be sure that you're comfortable in your lower back. If you want to cover yourselves over, if you want a thin layer under the back of your skull, you set yourself up as you need to be comfortable. We take another inhale. And sigh away your exhale. And we take a few moments here. You'll feel within the container of your body now that the energy is pulsing, is vibrant. You feel that the earth below is also becoming more vibrant. We feel that pulse of energy that starts to arise and awaken in springtime. And with it, that energy will bring enthusiasm and creativity. We'll start to feel more vibrant, more inspired again. So scan your body, make sure that you're not holding tension around your eyes.
your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. As you exhale, try and let go of any tension in your back, your hips, your legs. Now you know that you can stay here for as long as you like, so if you want to take a nice long Shavasana, go ahead. If you feel that you're ready, you can stretch out your arms, stretch down your legs. And again, you feel the awakening as you stretch and you open your body. You might want to roll over onto one side before you bring yourself up to sitting. You might want to hug your knees in towards your chest. So just be guided by your body here and your intuition, whatever you need to do. In your own time, you come up to sit, come up slowly. And we just sit for a moment here before we close. So you take a long inhale. And long exhale. You notice how you feel as you finish your practice. You bring your hands in front of your heart. When you're ready, you take a bow forward. You bring yourself slowly up to sitting. Namaste. Thank you. So I hope you enjoyed that. This is just the beginning, so we'll keep working on this over the next couple of weeks, by which time hopefully we'll feel inspired and enlivened and ready to go again. Thank you, I really enjoyed that.